Hello and welcome to our Math 253 introduction. We're gonna go to Canvas here and we're gonna click on Syllabus. I'm gonna cheat a little bit because I already have the syllabus pulled up and it's nice and big. Get out of here. Hey, it looks like somebody might actually be viewing the syllabus as I'm talking about this. Anyways, welcome to this class. My name's Dr. Ian Lundholm, and I'm gonna be your professor. Many of you have already had me in Math 153. There are definitely a few of you that are new to me, so it'll be nice to meet you when I actually do. We will be meeting in person, but there are 3 folks who will be joining us online. I will have office hours every day, 1 hour in the morning and another hour in the afternoon. And depending on the time for my class schedule in the afternoon on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday, office hours will be done primarily virtually, unless you need to see me in person or, need to see me privately, that kind of thing. Just let me know. But anyways, I want to give you a big picture overview of what to expect in this class so that you're ready to hit the ground running. This course is primarily aimed at people who are interested in a future elementary education profession. This course does build on Fundamental Concepts 1. It's not completely necessary as a prerequisite, but this time we're going to focus on a little bit of number theory, a little bit of algebra, probability, statistics, geometry. We're going to get a lot of different topics this semester, probably things that you've already at least been introduced to, but I'm hoping that this semester will be challenging and fun. We do have a textbook. You'll notice that this is the 4th edition rather than the 5th edition. The 5th edition is, much more expensive online right now. So we're going with the 4th edition to save some money overall. And I have the 5th edition. It's just not that much has changed. So I'd rather you guys have the cheaper version. We're going to be supplementing that with stuff from brilliant.org, and I don't know, we're going to have a lot of fun with text. But if you can get this textbook as soon as you can, probably via Amazon or some, bookseller kind of thing, would be great. Hopefully it doesn't cost more than like $20 or something. And there are a ton of student learning outcomes here. Fundamentally, I'm going to be challenging you guys to be good mathematical communicators and good problem solvers this semester. I am going to try to tie things back to the education side frequently, but this is primarily a math class. It's going to be fun. The structure of the course, like I said earlier, we've got 7 different chapters according to these topics. As a secondary goal of this class, we are looking to get you prepared for your praxis exams. So I will definitely, I've definitely structured the course to examine relevant topics to that test. And we're basically going to go chapter by chapter through these 7 chapters. And each of these will consist of 4-day cycles. We're going to read and discuss the chapter for the first time. Now, in the past, I haven't asked my students to read ahead of time, but in this class, since we are in a mixture, in a hybrid environment where we are online and in person, I really do want to keep things synchronous between online and in person so that we are getting the same experience. Um, that does kind of add a little bit of a level of difficulty for orchestrating things, but I think Zoom is going to be very helpful for that. But yeah, I don't want to stand up with the room and lecture for long stretches of time. And so what I have envisioned for this day is that you would pick up our book and go to our chapter and, you know, read through it. Read through, check out the diagrams, look for some interesting problems. But basically what I'm going to ask you is for each of these days, come to class ready to share something that you've learned from your reading. And we'll start those days off just with you guys sharing something that you have learned. And if you forget on a certain day, you know, this grade for class participation might be lowered a little bit for that day, but yeah, on the first day, we'll come together, we'll discuss the chapter. You guys will say something that you've learned just by reading the chapter, one thing. And then we'll do some activities together to help us continue exploring the topics in the chapter. For day 2, we will discuss the homework problems that have been assigned, and with any time that we have left over, we will problem solve on brilliant.org. It's a really cool website that we have a subscription to, so we're going to use it and have some fun. We use it for math club, and in this class, I think it'll be a nice addition to problem solve and just have some fun. And again, you show up on that day, ask a question, help us problem solve. You're going to get, you know, participation scores for that too. So that's great. On day 3 of our chapter cycle, we'll have a You Teach day where you guys get to lead a 20-minute activity for your peers. There's definitely going to be more to talk about in terms of the preparation for that, but many of you have already done it. And I know that I'm wading into a little bit of murky waters here with the whole hybrid classroom environment, but welcome to 2020. No, I'm sure you guys have already been enduring 2020, but like, you're going to be educators as well, and I think it will be interesting to get this experience, maybe having to lead an activity in an online setting. And so we can be creative with that. I definitely will be willing to help you brainstorm and think of things that you can do to make things run smoothly. And I guess, yeah, these You Teach days are less about you showing off how much you know about a certain topic, but more rather than just trying to organize an activity or a space for us to learn something. Sometimes these are math games that you'd like to have us play, and then you kind of debrief them and ask us a few questions about what we learned. Sometimes they are just interesting problems that you would like us to kind of struggle and solve together. But yeah, we'll talk about that more in class. Please let me know if you have questions. But yeah, You Teach days, they're going to be a thing. And then, unlike in semesters prior, we're going to have chapter tests. So normally I would combine a couple chapters into one test, and we do maybe 3 tests during the semester and then 1 final exam. Well, this semester, we're definitely going to be online for the final exam time. And throughout the semester, I wanted to have a system that is robust enough for a hybrid environment. And so our exams are going to look a little bit different than normal. Actually, this is hopefully exciting to you guys. But I did some thinking about how we're going to handle tests when, some people are online, some people are in person. I'm not going to be able to just I'm not going to be able to just sit you down and take an exam like normal. So we're having more tests, and the tests are going to look different. They are going to actually allow you to explore some assessment design, because I'm going to have you guys create your own exams. And yeah, this is going to be interesting. And I will happily give you more details on our first day of class. But basically, expect me to give you a test bank, basically the same kind of test bank that I would use to create a test. And you guys are going to create your tests, finding the most mathematically interesting problems that you see in the test bank and then solving them. And really what this fourth day will be in our chapter cycle will be a day where you turn in your chapter test assignment before class. And then during that class, we kind of share the problems that you guys picked for each section of the chapter, and we talk about the solutions, and we learn from each other in that way. So I'm hoping that these exams will kind of activate a little bit of higher order thinking skills in terms of the preparation and selection that you're doing, and then justifying why you feel that the questions that you've chosen are some of the most mathematically interesting that you found in the test bank. Yeah, and I hope that we'll be learning from each other along the way. So that's actually going to be a fairly large chunk of your overall grade in this class, is completing those chapter tests. And then again, we'll talk together during that class and share with each other what we did. So yeah, that's going to happen about 6 or 7 times. I do combine some chapters in the end with geometry. You'll see it on the schedule. But yeah, we will have written homework in the class. I have added peer reviews to that. We'll see how that works. But basically, I'd just like you to be able to compare your work to somebody else's, so that, one, we're a supportive community and can kind of help each other if somebody else needs help. But the other way is that you can learn from your peers and ask better questions during class, because maybe you see something that's a little bit different between your paper and somebody else's. That will all be done, anonymously. I'm not looking to, yeah. It should be fun. It should be fine. I think it's just going to help us to ask better questions. And yeah, we will regularly do in-class activities. You're going to turn in one of those per chapter to Canvas, and I will give you 5 points, and things will be good. And those are all on Canvas, and I've tried to link PDFs or similar things for the activities that we'll actually be turning in on those. Yeah, class participation. So this is what it probably will look like to participate in class on any of the 4 days per chapter. But on chapter 1, you come to class ready to share something you've learned from reading our chapter. On day 2, you participate by asking questions and problem solving with the rest of the class. On day 3, you participate in your classmates' you teach activities, or you lead a you teach activity. And on day 4, for our test, you just participate in those test discussions. Yeah, and again, I will give you more info on You Teach days and more info on tests during our first day of class. I just want to kind of let you know what to expect right now. Here's our overall course grade. We've got the written homework, You Teach, in-class activities, class participation, chapter tests, and then, oh, one last thing. I guess I didn't write it up there, but there's going to be like for our final exam time for that last week of classes, we're going to have a small praxis prep project where you will use Khan Academy. Actually, they have a nice little praxis prep kind of practice and practice tests. You'll use Khan Academy to start preparation for your praxis exam. And I will give you more details on that assignment when the time comes. Yeah, and so, oh, actually this classroom behavior and attendance is a little bit dated because I wrote this before the online option existed. But yeah, okay, I did put the / distance learning here. Yeah, if you're distance learning, please come to class via Zoom. We're gonna be in a classroom where I should be able to have a camera, share my screen, all that good stuff so that you can feel like you are part of the experience. If you have any suggestions for improving that, please let me know. But yeah, we should be in a room that's set up pretty decently so that, you know, we can facilitate in real time class, even in a hybrid environment. If you're sick, please let me know as soon as you can. We can definitely have excused absences this semester and we'll catch you up when you feel better. If I need to quarantine and I'm well enough to teach class, then I'll be at my house and I will start the Zoom call there. I have initiated a bunch of Zoom calls on Canvas. So when we do Zoom, I should be able to push start here. And our meeting should be automatically recorded and published to the cloud here. So yeah, if you are missing class for a legitimate reason, you should be able to look at that and catch up. But yeah, if I'm at my house, we'll still be able to have class via Zoom. If I am sick enough that I can't teach, then you'll still be able to read and even discuss the chapter. You guys could do that without me. I haven't explained this yet, but I did send an announcement. I haven't gotten any responses to the announcement, so I'm not sure if anybody's actually gotten it, but I sent an announcement about our Zoom chat channel. And I suppose I could pull up that announcement to show you what I'm talking about, because Zoom does not like it when you try to share Zoom itself. If that makes any sense. It doesn't like to record itself. Here is the announcement. In order to use Zoom properly in the Milligan environment, you need to sign up on milligan.zoom.us. We're using the secure sign-on or SSO option when you actually download the Zoom app. You use this one, and that gets you in the Milligan organization so that you can find other people inside the Milligan organization on Zoom. That allows you also to search for Math 253 Fall 20 as a channel. You can go to the Contacts tab, click this plus sign, and go to Join a Channel. And you could join our channel, which will be this one. But it's a chat channel that will be open at all hours. It would be the best way to contact me directly, because yeah, my email gets cluttered with all kinds of stuff. And yeah, if I am out of it and I'm sick, then you guys could still actually connect via that Zoom chat channel. I believe that any of you will be able to, let me pull that back up. Click this little icon up here for the video session, and you guys could meet together as a group. It wouldn't necessarily be the same meeting ID as the one that has been set up as a recurring event in Canvas, but you guys still could meet together in, the event that I am out of it. But yeah, if I really am out of it for any extended period of time, we will make additional accommodations to make sure that you keep learning and stuff. But in theory, I've set it up so that you can still continue to be a classroom community. You could still do your written homework, and honestly, you could even still do your exams without me. So yeah, I've tried to set this up to be as flexible as possible while still trying to emphasize learning and fun. So hopefully this works. Seriously, if you have any suggestions, let me know. Office hours, this is my personal Zoom ID. I'm going to use that for office hours because it'll span all of my classes. Yeah, that's great. Calculator usage, accommodations. If you have any accommodations that should be met, please contact Heather Jackson and she'll let me know, and we will work to, yeah, accommodate anything that you need. As far as academic integrity goes, we are in a new, situation where, yeah, I'm not going to be administering exams to you in person and, watching over you. We're in a little bit more of a free environment right now. I still definitely encourage you to act with academic integrity. When it comes to exam time, I expect you to do your own work, and then we will share that work when it comes time, so that we can learn from each other. But as you're completing the exam and actually making it for yourself, yeah, that's that's your kind of time. So yeah, hopefully this won't be an issue. I hate it when it is an issue in a class. Yeah, this is the overall tentative class schedule. Yeah, we'll be talking about the syllabus more on day one, answering your questions, all that good stuff, making sure that we are communicating well via Zoom. I did this because I expect the first day to have some glitches to it, but we're going to figure it out. And I appreciate your patience in all of this. But yeah, that's generally all the cycles there. You can see that I've kind of smashed together chapters 10, 11, and 12 because they all focus on different aspects of geometry or measurement. Yeah, but I think we're going to have a fun class. I hope that all of this is doable. I know that when you get to our Canvas page and you look at this home page, it looks like we're going to do an awful lot of stuff this semester. And we are, but I think it should be manageable. I think it should be fun. And hopefully it's going to be flexible. So yeah, please reach out to me if you have any questions. Doing that via our Zoom chat would be preferable. All right, I look forward to seeing you all again, or for the first time. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Bye. All right, let's see if we can end this.